E lá vem eles de novo. Olha só que absurdo. Gol da Alemanha.
Brazil is in one of its worst football moments.
Plenty of Croatian players up there, and the shot finds the back of the net.
After a humiliating 4-1 loss to Argentina,
Bem, daí o Almada preferiu pro Julián Alves por dentro. Saiu o goleiro Julián Alves, tocou pro McAllister, a bola passa. E na sequência a finalização do Simeone.
the CBF is accused of being the businessman's team, and the crisis affects all levels. We haven't seen this since the 7-1. Let's talk about it.
Marquinhos, oh, he's missed!
The tragedy of Brazilian football in recent years is a story of ups and downs, marked by failures that have tarnished the reputation of the Canarinho national team. The disaster began in 2014, when Brazil, the country of football and the host of the World Cup, was historically humiliated by Germany with an unprecedented 7-1 defeat at the Mineirão. The dream of the sixth championship was shattered in less than half an hour, with Joachim Löw's team building a 5-goal lead before halftime. It was a defeat that not only eliminated Brazil from the competition, but also exposed a structural fragility that had been ignored for years. The response from the Brazilian Football Confederation was to turn to a familiar face. Dunga, the coach, who had previously led the national team between 2006 and 2010, returned with the mission of rebuilding the team and restoring Brazil's winning identity. However, Dunga's second tenure was marked by pragmatic, rigid, and uninspiring football. His insistence on a conservative style and lack of squad renewal soon took their toll. In the 2015 Copa America, held in Chile, Brazil was eliminated in the quarterfinals by Paraguay on penalties after a 1-1 draw. The result increased the pressure on Dunga, who would have another chance to redeem himself the following year.
Costa partiu para a bola de esquerda para fora. Perna direita, a batida e o gol do Paraguai.
However, the 2016 Copa America, held in the United States to celebrate the tournament's centenary, turned into another disaster. This time, the Brazilian national team didn't even make it past the group stage, suffering a shameful elimination after a 1-0 defeat to Peru with a controversial goal by Rui Diaz, who deflected the ball with his arm.
Seleção do Peru, jogadinha de fundo.
The early exit sealed Dunga's fate, leading to his dismissal and replacement by Chichi, a coach with a more modern profile and credibility following his success with Corinthians. Under Chichi's command, Brazil regained its winning ways and dominated the qualifiers for the 2018 World Cup, arriving at the tournament as one of the favorites. However, the team was eliminated by Belgium in the quarterfinals, in a game where the individual talent of Hazard and De Bruyne made the difference. Despite the disappointment, Chichi remained in charge and continued leading Brazil in pursuit of the long-awaited sixth title.
Flicked onto the near post and they have the lead. Vincent Company and Brazil. De Bruyne, 2-0! Belgium! What is going on here?
The 2022 World Cup in Qatar seemed like the perfect chance for redemption. With a talented generation led by Neymar, Vinicius Jr., Casemiro, and Marquinhos, Brazil arrived as one of the favorites. After a smooth group stage, the team advanced to the quarterfinals against Croatia. The match was tense and hard-fought, with Brazil struggling to break down Croatia's well-organized defense. In extra time, Neymar shone and scored a brilliant goal, giving the impression that qualification was secured. However, a defensive lapse allowed Petkovic to equalize in the final minutes, sending the match to penalties. In the penalty shootout, Brazil failed once again. Marquinhos and Rodrigo missed their shots, while Croatia converted all of theirs. Thus, the Brazilian national team suffered a painful elimination, once again exposing its emotional fragility in decisive moments. The defeat marked not only Chichi's departure from the team, but also the end of a cycle filled with frustrated expectations. From the 7-1 defeat to the loss against Croatia, Brazil accumulated significant failures and continues searching for a way to reclaim its greatness on the world stage.
Here goes for the return. It's Neymar! Oh! 1-0 Brazil!
What a goal!
Plenty of Croatian players up there, and the shot finds the back of the net! Oh, what a goal! What? Marquinhos! Oh, he's missed! Brazil are out! The shot!
The 2024 Copa America was yet another disastrous chapter in the recent history of the Brazilian national team. Under the command of Dorival Jr., the team entered the tournament surrounded by doubts, and their performance only confirmed the worst expectations. Brazil was eliminated in humiliating fashion, a result that exposed the team's technical and tactical crisis.
Terceira cobrança do Brasil com Douglas Luiz na trave. 3-1 para o Uruguai. Ugarte vem para a cobrança, bateu o pênalti. Uruguai é semifinalista.
Dorival faced harsh criticism for his lack of tactical identity and his inability to get the best out of a star-studded attack featuring players like Vinicius, Junior, Rodrigo and Rafinha, who shine at the biggest clubs in the world but failed to perform for the national team. The team displayed disorganization, a lack of creativity, and a vulnerable defense. Beyond the on-field failures, the CBF is experiencing one of the most turbulent moments in its history. Ednaldo Rodrigues, the federation's president, faced widespread criticism for his management, and the anticipation of elections was seen as a strategy to remain in power without giving opponents a chance. Ronaldo Fenomeno even showed interest in running for CBF president, but without sufficient support, he eventually abandoned the idea. Brazilian football, once a global reference, is now going through one of its darkest periods, not only in terms of performance, but also in its internal structure. The lack of planning, constant coaching changes, and directionless leadership have caused the national team to continue accumulating failures despite having one of the most talented generations in recent years. In addition to technical and institutional problems, the Brazilian national team is also facing serious accusations regarding the influence of businessmen in player selections, a topic that has sparked intense debates among fans and journalists. For some time, there has been speculation squad selection may not be based solely on sporting merit, but also on external interests from agents and executives looking to increase the market value of certain players. These suspicions intensified during the 2024 Copa America when questionable names appeared on Dorival Jr.'s squad list while other informed players were left out. The lack of clear criteria and the continued selection of underperforming players raised doubts about the influence of agents in team selection. Many believe that certain players are given spots in the national team to facilitate their transfers to European clubs, inflating their values and directly benefiting agents and CBF executives. Such accusations are not new. In recent years, various coaches have been criticized for questionable call-ups. During Chichi's era, for example, there were rumors that some players were selected to increase their visibility in the market. Under Dorival, the criticism intensified even further, as the team is experiencing one of the worst phases in its history, yet certain underperforming players continue to be selected repeatedly. The lack of transparency within the CBF, combined with a history of controversies and corruption scandals involving executives, only fuels this distrust. Without a profound reform in the management of Brazilian football, these suspicions are likely to persist, further damaging the national team's credibility and distancing fans who no longer believe in the integrity of the call-ups.